name's John Gibbons, and today we're going to look at hip extension firing pattern, and we're going to look at the glute maximus, the hamstrings, the contralateral erector and the ipsilateral erector. First of all, before you start, the cervical position is neutral, the arms are by the side, lumbar spine is in neutral. If it's too lordotic, a pillow, and also have the legs in a neutral position. So before you test, what you're going to look for is when your patient lifts a leg, then the ideal contraction will be the hamstrings and the glutes fire at the same time. But what you find in practice is the hamstring is very dominant and the glute tends to switch off. The ideal contraction will be these two will fire, and then the opposite side of the erector, and then the same side of the erector will fire first. So what we're going to do first of all is before you touch, you just look. So you're going to get your patient just literally slowly lift your right leg 2 inches and relax, and then you can see that the hamstring is before the gluteus maximus, so slowly lift that right leg again, and then the glute switches in later. Lightly palpate, and slowly lift your right leg, and then you'll see that there's hardly any contraction within the gluteus maximus, so that's hamstring is very dominant. When you test the erector spine, what we're going to do now is, ideally it'd be the opposite side, which is the contralateral before the ipsilateral. So you lightly palpate, you slowly ask your patient to lift the leg, and you'll notice that the ipsilateral side contracts first. Relax and lift again. Okay, so the ipsilateral contracts first, showing you a misfiring pattern. So we know that the ipsilateral will contract before the contra, and then we know the hamstring contracts before the gluteus maximus. Palpate the hamstring, palpate the ipsilateral, slowly lift your leg, okay, and relax, and then 2 or 3 times just to make sure, and lift again. It's almost the same time. Once more. It's actually the lower back. Okay, so the third one, so the lower back lifts before the hamstring, so this will be number 1. The hamstring is number 2. The contra, I presume, will be 3 and 4. Let me just confirm, lift your leg. So the contra is before the glute max. So if you look at the picture, you will see that the ipsilateral, in terms of firing pattern, is number 1. Okay, so number 2 was the hamstrings, number 3 was the contralateral erector, and number 4 is the gluteus maximus, which means it's very slow and it misfires. In terms of pain, you're either going to get hamstring strains or lower back pain, because when you run in or walk in, the hamstring is going to do all the work, and so is the same side of the lower back. If it's too strong, too tight, then you might find that it takes over the role of the gluteus maximus, and the main reason why the glute max might be weak is because the psoas is too strong on the antagonistic side, and so might the rectus femoris. Okay.